Over the past 12 years, Faith in Action International has helped impoverished people in Haiti find ways to solve local problems.
They've installed filters to provide safe water, planted trees, and taught sustainable practices.
And there's a West Michigan connection. The founder is from here and back this month to share his mission and have a party for Friends of Haiti. Tom Brock joins us today. And Haiti has really taken center stage in more recent years because of some of the devastation that's happened there, really. But the needs have been there for a long time.
Right, and since I've been there 15 years, we've had 2 big hurricanes and then the earthquake, and now more recently the cholera epidemic.
So talk a little bit about your organization and how it started and where you got the idea.
I've been working here in Grand Rapids for several years, doing inner city community gardening. We had them down in Hartside neighborhood, had them all over, and I just felt I was being called to leave that and go down to Haiti. So I went, and I've been there ever since, lived there full time. Yeah, I've been talking to the farmers, asking them what they need, let them lead the project, and then we try to fill their needs.
Tom, I know it's difficult for people who live in the United States to sometimes understand what life can be like in a country like Haiti. Can you just talk about daily life there for the average family and some of the obstacles that they face?
Well, the average family in our area, we're not in the area that was hit by the earthquake. We're north of there. The average family we work with is a farmer. They might have 6 kids. They've given a couple of kids up to be slaves. It's very difficult to talk about.
Yeah.
They're farmers. The women go to the market and sell goat meat, or they make baskets to sell. Average income is about $200 a year.
It's amazing. And so going to the store and picking up fresh produce, going to a faucet and having fresh water is not daily life there.
Well, we go to the market daily, those that can afford to buy. It's an outdoor market. We buy our meat there with the flies all over it, and we buy our vegetables. We don't have a refrigerator. Most families don't. They live the same way. There's no electricity.
Things are so much more difficult there, different than what we have here. And you talk about they may not have adequate shelter, they don't have refrigerators, going to the market is difficult. Getting safe water is very, very hard. So you have a device here that can make all the difference.
Well, when the cholera hit, it started within 2 miles of our village. That's where the first deaths occurred. And people would walk 5 hours to get to the local hospital from the top of the mountains. They were dying on the road, on the footpath, down to the hospital. So we've been going in, installing these simple Sawyer filters. Attach them onto a bucket. It's so incredibly simple. Attach it onto a bucket, fill the bucket with water. It flows out by gravity out of the filter. And they're good for about 15 years.
Wow.
Good for 3 to 5 families. And they only cost $45.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's amazing, and that is life-changing for people who live in Haiti. So this event on Friday, how does it relate to that? Are you giving people the opportunity to learn more about what life there is like and these filtration systems and how they can help?
We're talking about the filters. We're talking about the cholera right now is worse than it's ever been. We're talking about the earthquake, the effects that, it's been almost 2 years. What's going on with that?
Now, why is it that the cholera is so much worse right now?
Well, because of the rains, it goes into the watershed and it's passed on through the water. And the organizations that were there short-term, right after it started, they've left. The dry season happened, and the cholera slowed down, so they all left. And now it's back again with a vengeance, because there's been a lot of rain. As of like today, Irene is hitting. It goes into the water table. Their only source of water is the local spring.
Right.
You either choose not to drink, or you drink water that's contaminated.
Right, and if water is difficult to get, you can imagine how medical treatment is a factor also, and people not being able to get that care, and that's why the cholera is even worse than it might otherwise be.
Our local clinic in town has twice as many patients as they have beds. So they have 2 people to a cot, sleeping head to toe.
Wow, that's really eye-opening, Tom. We appreciate it. So to learn more, this Friday, you can head out to an event that's taking place in Grand Haven.
Right.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us. If you have time, that's this Friday in Grand Haven. It's going to be in the evening, and you can learn more about this situation. And
at the community center, Grand Haven.
Well, thank you for
Right.
all the work that you're doing, and
Thanks.
how it's touched your heart, and how you're helping other people, help the people of Haiti.
Thanks.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
That's West.